What is the statement that you want to make out of the movie that corresponds with the album?
Well, I always wanted to do a long form for the albums because I always felt like there's so many songs that didn't get visuals that deserve videos to them. And then just I'm a storyteller, so it was great to have one through line and just all the references that I take in and visually the things I was impacted by as a child, like Star Wars and juxtaposing kind of the Jim Hendrix, Jim Henson, yeah. Jim Henson and George Lucas type in-camera vibe back then with a Fellini or Kubrick type a taste level and Parisian style and crash with like hardcore hip-hop and proper soulful emotional rock type music.
So. It is big. Do you think people will get what you want them to get? Or is
it
something that they need to evolve with as well?
I think people are going to get it. I think that pop culture tries to force feed a dumbed down version of everything, and people try to act like the fans are dumb, and people are really not as basic as the media tries to make them out to be. And no one's that basic. Even like in a classification of me as like an enemy or an ass or whatever people say, it's not that basic because obviously I have to have some good in me too. It's just to even be able to do the music.
So you're not being labeled as one thing, like from especially this past year that you took off, and now you come out big this way.
Yeah.
So is this just another part of who you are?
It's definitely. It's a piece of a dream of mine. With all the way from the colors, the phoenix, to the explosion, and just crashing these things together. Like any film that usually would have like that setup with the green wall with the ballerinas usually wouldn't have a beautiful Victoria's Secret model in it or have like explosions in it. It's like this place where art films lie and where commercial films lie and where music video lies. And I crashed
it all together.
Yeah.
And you're very hands-on with everything, even your album cover. I think you had tweeted that Walmart took off the cover, or they're not going to put the
No,
cover
what happened
on?
is the people at the label told me that retailers wouldn't buy this album cover.
Because there was some nudity or some
Yeah, I don't exactly understand what the nudity, if it's actually not even a real person, like a monster with no arms, exactly what classifies, as nudity, but okay,
All right, so will you change it? Will you have to do something?
What we have is this version of the album that has 5 covers inside of it, and you can make your own cover, and my cover is one of the covers on the inside of it.
Okay, so there'll be a generic one sort of for everyone, and then you can change it.
So yeah, when parents buy them, kids can find the good cover.
You did take a year off, and it said, one of the reviews said that, I think it was from USA Today, Rave said, Kanye West is back. Do you ever feel like you went away, or were you just,
yeah, definitely
soul searching? What were you doing?
Yeah, soul searching, and it's it's difficult. Could you imagine waking up, one day and today, 2010, where Barack Obama is president, and literally there's millions of tweets that say "die, die." Could you imagine something that was not
you mean directed to you
towards me?
Yeah,
towards me, like something that wasn't racially charged at all. It was just more, okay, this is right and this is wrong. Not racially charged. To be thrown in the box of being a racist, where literally it'll be like white girls will say, "Hey, I thought you didn't like us." Like, I hate all white people now. It's the way the media tries to create the enemy wrestler, the Russian wrestler. They create these characters, and you're not even like a real person or have any dynamics. You're just like basically an enemy. And it's just really stupid and harsh. But the only thing about the media and all that is like I have the internet and I have my music, and my voice is going to be louder, and I'm going to win. I'm going to prevail. The right is going to prevail. The honesty, the truth, the creativity, and the person I am. A good person with good intentions with everything I do. If you really look at it, it's still good intentions, maybe bad timing, blah, blah, blah. But regardless, good intentions. And it's going to prevail. Just like this film, just the opportunity I have to show the world crashing cultures of like ballerina meets hip hop. Like it's the good is going to rise.
Do you feel like, artists mostly always write about what inspires them, lost loves, new loves, all that kind of stuff. Is that what's in this album? Everything that you've been feeling and
oh yes,
you know, I
definitely.
mean, are songs directed towards certain people or certain events?
Oh yeah,
or
definitely. It's very
Okay.
like direct and very extremely emotional. The Runaway piece at the end, when it's like my voice being changed into a guitar. When I did that, I was tearing up and just humming the abstracted notes. That I was crying just humming notes, and the notes were more expressive than the words. You know?
And what is that song, or who is it directed to, or what?
And in a way, it's funny. It's like the songs that just sound like they're talking about a girl could also be talking about my relationship with society, or my relationship with the fans, or anyone who I let down, or people who had to defend me that really loved me and everything. And it says, you know, with the douchebag. And I like leaving songs ambiguous a little bit, where it's like it could be about other people, it could be about yourself. It's funny. It's like it's a man's anthem, but it's a woman's anthem also. Like, let's have a toast for the douchebags. Every one of them that
Well,
I
that's
know.
how your fans can relate as well, too, right?
Yeah.
They'll say, "Oh, gosh, that song touches me in this way because of an event in their
Yeah.
life," right?
Well, I try to make music that touches people because I feel like I am the people. I'm a part of them. I feel like I'm the only one that's exactly like how the people really are at home. That's on the other side of the TV, and being that that's the case, I feel like a responsibility to just, you know, keep it real, no matter what.
Come award season, I mean, I think this album will get a lot of attention.
It won't get blackballed like the last album.
I don't think so. I think
Let's
it's
hope.
I think it's new.
I
in
was
the-
just making sure.
You're
you
just
know.
saying. You're
Yeah.
just
And
throwing
then,
that
like
out there.
Heartless just didn't get nominated for anything, or nor did 808s, you know.
But is that Kanye? Is that still you? Are you bitter? Like, what? When you say those things, what does that mean? Like, why are you saying those things?
Well, it's just that, you know, where's our instant replay clock? Why are the last 4 albums of the year, Taylor Swift, Dixie Chicks, Ray Charles, and Herbie Hancock? Like, you know, with all due respect, like I always say, but that's inaccurate.
Okay. So it should be more eclectic, more taken
Not
from
more eclectic,
or just you.
it's like sexy back.
Sex.
You know what I'm saying? Like Future Sex Love songs or whatever. Gnarls Barkley. How about Usher Confessions? How about albums that sold 10 million? Should be that. And I pinpoint the Grammys and the VMAs because they have to take a responsibility because they mean something to us. Little kids that are 6 years old that are singing in front of the mirror, they're also thinking about their Grammy speech. They're thinking about winning a VMA. So these people, whoever run them, they have to take some responsibility to say what really happened in culture this year because we're marking it down.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think Runaway will get that attention.
But it's
Will
not
you-
about me. Runaway, I don't really care about me. That's what you don't understand.
Okay.
I'll jump in front of a moving car for history. It's not really about me. It's about everybody. It's about all the artists. It's about fair ground. You know, if Drake is having an awesome year and his year is better than mine, I'm not going to say I should win. I'm going to say Drake should win.
Okay.
It's not about me. It's just about things being fair for once, you know?
I think you told Ellen you're done with award shows, but will you go? I mean, your fans still want to see you perform. Your performances are, you know, who you are.
I know they're awesome. They're just crazy awesome. Like the
Right.
best.
So, I mean, how could you negate yourself from that anymore?
I can't hold that back from people. You know, if they want to let me perform, then I will. But as far as like sitting through the audience, it's like I can't do it because I care.
Okay.
I can't just see it happen over and over for years and years and years. So if they're gonna do something to change or just make it make a little sense, get it a little bit closer to making a little bit of sense, then I can sit through it. But I'm sorry, I have conviction. You know.